Now, to deliver those projects and those programs as well, there are many different methods and what we call project life cycles. So ways of working within a project that we can use to deliver these things. First of all, we've got our predictive life cycle, which is waterfall, traditionally called waterfall, where we think about all of the scope and the requirements up front. Then we go away for a certain period of time and make it all happen within a project without necessarily getting too much feedback. And then we deliver in one big bang at the end. That's our predictive. We're predicting all of the things up front that a customer might want and that might happen over a project. We have our iterative lifecycle and incremental lifecycle, which those two things actually combine to become agile in the end. But we're iterating towards a final product, but we're gathering feedback and changing as we go. So usually in 2 to 4 week cycles or iterations, and we're gathering that feedback, putting it back into our plan, gathering that feedback, putting it back into the plan, but still delivering in one big bang. Incremental is we're delivering increments that a customer can see, feel, and touch, and based on that, they're actually using that in the real world, those increments. And then at the end, they still get their full final product as well. So that's also to get better and more feedback from our customer, delivering those features to a customer as we're going along. And second to last is adaptive life cycles. So these are our agile life cycles, and these are usually iterative and incremental. And so detailed scope can be defined and approved before the start of each iteration of 2 to 4 weeks. So instead of doing the whole project in a predictive manner, we're only looking at shorter life cycles so that we don't need to predict the whole thing. We can change as we're going along. And hybrid is just a combination of either predictive or an agile life cycle or an adaptive life cycle, where we might have all of our scope up front, but we're using agile methodologies like a Kanban board to manage that scope and watch it go from in progress or the backlog to done. Or we might be using Scrum, where we're having daily stand-ups, just short, sharp meetings that give us an update on where everything is up to. So these are the combinations that you can have in your project life cycles as you go along. So based on that as well, where we've got these multiple different ways of managing a project, there are different phase gates as we're going along as well. So this can be matched up to any of those project life cycles where we've got iterations. Maybe each of those iterations or a few different iterations could match up to be one of these phase gates at the end, where we are delivering our feasibility study at the beginning, for example, to see if it's worth kicking off a project. Then we're delivering our customer requirements. These are just ideas. You might have more phase gates or things that you need to deliver or features that you need to deliver as part of your project as you go along. Then potentially we're building all of the things, testing them, and transitioning them back to the business or back to the operations of the business that we saw before. So that phase gate is the end of a phase, and a project's performance is benchmarked to documents such as project business case, which is potentially up here, the beginning documents. The project charter kicks off a project. The project management plan combines all of the things like risk, scope, schedule, quality, communication, stakeholders, all of those things into one project management plan that you use to monitor and control and execute on the project as you're going along. And then lastly, how do we know that we've met our requirements? It's the benefits management plan. So what are the benefits that we're delivering, and how do we know, or what are we aiming for once this project has been delivered? Is it an increase in customer revenue? Is it an increase in this particular product's performance? Whatever it is, that's what we're wanting to measure in the project management benefits management plan.